Saturday afternoon in beautiful Cary, North Carolina. And the soccer tournament 2025 continues, wrapping up the final few spots for a ticket to the quarterfinals. The round of 16, uncharted territory for these two teams. City Soccer and Drip FC meet here for one of the final places to advance this evening. A look at our bracket across the landscape. Concaifa SC just advancing. A lot of chalk across the board, but an amateur group with City Soccer that's in its second year of the competition, never been to this phase before, in Drip FC, with a lot of influence from outside of the Carolinas and the Charlotte area in their first year. Boy, did they put on a show yesterday against Wrexham in the round of 32. And we are here at WakeMed Soccer Park, Field 2, so one of those last crucial spots in the quarterfinals remains. Hi, everyone, with the 19-year pro, Lloyd Million Dollar Sam. Million Dollar Sam, you like that. I'm Neil Sika. We're here to have some fun. Dramatic wins for both these teams, but in different ways, Lloyd, last night. The huge comeback for City Soccer, and then Drip FC, just a smashing of Wrexham.
I don't think either of these teams expected to be a round of 16. How do they handle that? You really didn't expect them. Be honest, Neil, you didn't expect them to be here, and I don't think they did. Who handles this moment better? You know, everybody's watching. Round of 16, huge game for these two teams.
All right, let's look at our rules and our lineups before we get into kickoff, starting with the lineups. City Soccer will roll out with Quintero and Ochoa, who have been influential players. Vera, the goalkeeper.
Dylan Tolero on City Soccer. He's been a sharpshooter, very good in front of goal so far. And then that Drip team.
6 different goal scorers in that game. Sandy had one. Ajagby had one. Alves was driving the engine of Drip FC. This is one of the youngest teams in the tournament, but boy, can they play some good ball. We are underway on Field 2. City Soccer wearing the orange. They were down 3-0 in target score time last night in the round of 32 to the Mississauga Dolphins, a renamed team that was SLC the first year and made the final. They came back and won. One of the great comebacks in knockout round competition history at the TST. There's a foul here right in the middle, but it's going the other way, and it's on City Soccer FC. That call is on Bastidas.
I don't like that little jump in the studs up in the first place. Really dangerous. I think this is going to be a good game. I don't think this is teams where one is going to sit back. I think they're both going for it. City Soccer with that comeback.
You could say they're playing with house money, both these teams. The first goal of the game belongs to City Soccer FC. Tolero, the man on the scene. You called it, Lloyd. Watch out for him a minute in.
He's got some craft in and around goal to really fashion the shot. It's a little shift and shoot, a bit of technical ability. Look at the shift here, that little shift, and then he shoots into the back of the net. Great start for City Soccer. They're not going to be 3-0 down today.
I don't think Drip FC thought turnabout would be fair play the way they started against Wrexham. They had the 2 goals within 4 minutes. Now they're down a goal a minute into the game.
You see how when you respect a team like Wrexham, you come out and you fire in. Now City Soccer, you don't know so much about. Maybe the reputation isn't like a Wrexham Red Dragons. So it's a complete different approach. Now Drip FC have to get back to who they were against Wrexham.
One of the final spots to be sewn up in the quarterfinals, which will be played tonight. Here's some harassing pressure. One thing we know about Drip FC, the youthful exuberance, they can run, they'll come at you, they press. They said they want to press, they want to play with possession. They do a little bit of both, and they do it well.
Yep, high pressing team.
Oh, that hit the stick. The curling shot from Sandy Jr., who scored the first goal yesterday for Drip FC against Wrexham.
Yeah, Sandy's been lively in this tournament. This is a nice angle for him. Trying to find that far. Oh, look at this.
In tight. City Soccer. Showing they belong right here in the round of 16. The late run to make it 2-0.
Look at the skill from Bastidas here. Look at this little bit of flair. No need for it, but it works, and I love it when it works. And there's the runner coming in. Ochoa arriving just on time for the little bit of skill. 2-0 City Soccer. And Drip getting dripped on.
Ochoa played with the Oakland Roots last year. That's his second goal of the tournament. Bastidas, interesting because he had the spicy foul to begin the game, but the beautiful little pass and layoff.
So remember all the drip water analogies we were coming up with. We got to find the reverse ones now.
Well, they're hoping there's not a drought, and they're down 2-0, 3.5 minutes in.
Look at you, Neil Seeker. TST Neil Seeker.
Come on, I thought you had a challenge for me, Lloyd. Tolero, he's got one of the 2 goals. Here's Alves for Drip FC. They're in the white from head to toe. Alves. Driving run inside. City Soccer, you think a city, all right. Big city, no, not affiliated with something like San Francisco. It's West Palm Beach, Florida. A lot of amateur players. Some who have had a cup of coffee maybe with a pro club or two, but they kind of take that as their battle cry. In fact, they were giving a battle cry on the walk into the field.
You said cup of coffee. Didn't one of them play World Cup?
Well, yes, that's true.
Was
but I would
Cup
say
final?
The majority of it, yes. Now, I was leaving that out intentionally.
Okay.
But we'll get to...
Sorry, I heard cup of coffee with a pro club, and I was like, wait a minute.
The consensus of the roster.
Got you.
Not everyone can be Edson Brafid and sub on in the 2010 World Cup final for the Netherlands against Spain.
Not everyone anywhere. No, look at pro players. It's very difficult to do that as well.
I want to get back to the battle cry. They were singing and chanting coming in, City Soccer, to the field.
I was thinking it was a little bit over the top, but I didn't mind it. That's going to be on my Instagram.
Oh, well. Rush to Lloyd's socials
Can
right
we get
now.
you on Instagram, Neil Seeker? You're not too old for it, my friend.
Got to keep pushing those buttons. Tolero. Look at the little flick here. It's just a little outside the range. Vukovic defending him.
That tells you he's just not a number 9 little poacher, Tolero. He's got ideas in how to get past the man or a little bit of craft, which we saw on his first goal.
Vukovic, who played collegiately both here outside of Raleigh at Duke in Durham and also at Marshall, a program that's really come on the scene and won a national title. They were runner-up last year. They've stalled too long here on the ball, though. Vukovic was one of those 6 goal scorers yesterday. He was about to take the goal kick and now knows he's made an error. Quick corner. City Soccer with a 2-goal lead. They scored just like Drip did yesterday. 2 goals in the span of the first 3 minutes of action.
Drip need to get their swagger back. You know they're all about swag and vibes and style. Not seeing much yet, maybe now.
Alves wide. Vukovic is up in the play to turn.
Vukovic, you've got to make that play. Get it to your next man.
Dave Balliet, Soccer Dave, was also in the mix in the penalty area. Now he's on the ball for Drip FC. There's Brafid. He wears 3 in orange. A brief touch on the ball. Tolero's covering a lot of ground back defensively. He had the opening goal.
His 4th goal of the tournament as well.
He's also got a golden fleece, which is what Lloyd Sam desperately covets, the Adidas golden fleece. That's for a game-winning goal. Had that against Cardinal Legacy, the Stanford alums.
If I get that golden fleece, I'm going to give it to my girlfriend, so I don't have to buy her a ticket.
All right.
That's why I need it. It's going to save me some money. Something like that, anyway.
On the outside.
Drew Ruggles. Anyone seen Drew Ruggles with the 2 golden
He's got
fleeces?
2. He's got a few to spare.
Oh, here they come again.
Look at all the gaps. Vidin Gassi. Speaking of Vidin Gassi, what a run he made for the game-winning goal last night in target score time. That went a little viral. There's always big moments that do so here at TST, but capping off the 3-goal comeback to win 4-3. One-time Chilean. He's a really solid outfield pro through the years.
Is it 3-goal comeback or 4-goal comeback?
4-goal well, they were down 3, so they tied it.
Okay,
and then won it. Yeah. So you would say it was a 3-goal comeback. And then
is that what you would say?
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, 3-goal comeback,
I'm
and then they
telling
got
you.
the winner.
Yes.
Okay. You said I'm telling you. Okay. Very aggressive in TST. What is wrong? What is going on? Did you have your coffee this morning?
When you come out of the gates and have an early game, you got to be ready to go, pal. 2-0 City Soccer leading Drip FC. 9th minute. Important moment here. And that's a huge stop from McCarthy.
That is a huge stop. Wait. There's a man down. I'm guessing it might have hit him from how he's reacted.
I think McCarthy went into him, leaning that way. Well, no, it didn't.
He headed it. Can we get some treatment for that man? That ball was absolutely thumped.
Yeah.
And fair play to him. Some duck and let that go over their head into the top corner.
Is that Daniel Steedman, who had the 6th and final goal, took the Adidas Golden Fleece in the rout of Wrexham. We had that game. Highly entertaining. Great look from our crew here. I don't know if McCarthy even got a piece that just went right off of Steedman.
Listen, someone go and tell him well done after for keeping them in the game. That goes to 3-0. He's put his body on the line there. Has to come off. Really brave bit of play from Steedman.
Daniel Steedman was a Virginia Cavalier. He played in Charlotte with the Independents. Also played here in Raleigh with North Carolina FC 4 years ago. So you hope he's okay. Rafid, host of clubs throughout Europe. Hoffenheim and Lazio, was on loan from Celtic.
Isn't it strange you go 3-0 down and then you get 4 goals to win the game later? Like, you have to have questions about the mentality at some points. What's going on with the mindset that would have you starting so bad? Now you see them start like this, City Soccer, and Drip is the team with the poor mentality.
Tapia. Tap dancing that shot in and around Vukovic, who's got a large presence back there defensively for Drip FC.
Yeah, this isn't the Drip I know. I say I know. This isn't the Drip from the Wrexham game.
It's a little leaky right now.
It's a little leaky.
But you bring up a very poignant topic. No, we can get back to that, the water talk in a moment. But the poignant talk of, we've seen some of this just erratic nature of hot starts and then mellow finishes or crescendoing back into the game. It's tough to go even keel over 40 minutes, isn't it?
It is tough. Even in 11-a-side games, you know, it's a collective mentality. Everybody's thinking a different thing at the same time. But it's when the collective all drop their level, that's when you see things like Wrexham going down 5-0, maybe Drip going down 2-0 earlier.
Oh, there's a foul on the outside. Drip's going to get a free kick. Hustle and bustle down low from Agnew.
It's a little turn here. There's a pull there. Free kick right outside the box. Good opportunity to maybe set someone up at the edge here.
Leland Grant is our referee for this game. You're in the round of 16. Not many spots remain in the quarterfinals that'll be played this evening into tonight. Blistering start for City Soccer, leading 2-0 after 4 minutes. Agnew up. Down in the clearance, Juan Gallego. Vukovic, the bedrock in the middle for Drip FC. Tolentino. Belliet. Missed the pass over for Agnew. Well, Drip FC, their brand highlights the intersection of footy, style, culture. We've seen the swag the coaches are wearing. But they've played to the outfit of, well, you look how you play. That's how you want to.
Yeah, but even that energy from the side, wow.
Energy is here.
From the sideline is not the same. They were barking the whole time. Lots of noise. Lots of celebrations.
Why do you think that is? Maybe some of their youth? You come off a big game like that, and
I think maybe there's a bit of
being a big brand like Wrexham.
Them being stunned a little bit in this one.
Sure.
And then wondering how to get yourself going again. you get a goal back, and I'm sure all that noise comes back.
Galloping is Sierra.
You concede another.
Shot goes low to McCarthy. Right now, yeah, you're still in fine fashion. You're only down a couple of goals, but definitely don't want to concede a third. And the converse nature of that is what you were already discussing. What happened last night to City Soccer. We're not falling behind by 3 goals in a game like that.
Give yourself a mountain to climb. Well, they climbed it, City Soccer, but they wouldn't want to be in that situation again. I guarantee you. 3-0 down. Target score time.
McCarthy. It will end up right in the hands of Anderson Vera.
On top right of your screen, you see some of the other games going on. Narni FC in round of 16. One of the favorites to go far. La Bombonera as well. They're in target score time. It's 0-0 against Boca Dallas.
Was it Boca Dallas and Pumas de Alabama that had some of the players from La Bombonera from last year?
Teams have been raided after they've won. If they haven't got
TST transfer portal. It's alive and well.
Bombonera split into like 3 teams, and Chad Porch is on Concaifa. It's like they're all over the place.
And all those teams are doing well.
If you don't know Chad Porch, he was the one that scored the winning goal against Narni FC in the final.
Delaware native. A little bit of time in the USL. Chad Porch. Concaifa is on to the quarterfinals for the 2nd year running. This is uncharted territory for both teams. Drip is new. City Soccer went 0-3 last year in the competition, so they didn't even make the knockouts. And they're playing for a spot in the last 8.
A lot of teams that have gone 0-3 last year have come back. Selección, Potrero, Aguero's team, they won their group. Trident, they were also 0-3. They got through their group. It's the learning lesson of the 0-3 teams coming back the next year for revenge.
Veterans in their group this year, where Vera is down for the moment, holding that shoulder. They've also got Fernando Cortez as the other goalkeeper. Nacionalani, the club that Vera has spent his most time at, an amateur club. Tough to make out what type of contact that might have been. It was on the follow-through for the keeper, Vera. So it's grinded to a halt for the moment inside of 5 minutes remaining in the half. Blistering start in the hot conditions for City Soccer FC. Marcelo Castillo, one of the assistant coaches last year with the Reggae Rovers, who were a team that got on your radar, I know, early in the tournament. They didn't advance past the round of 16, but
every time
I believe they were in the quarterfinals, but they had a lot of talent on that group, and Castillo is now coaching the City Soccer team.
Every time I've seen Reggae Rovers, though, they've always looked so good, and then I hear they've been knocked out, you know, when it comes to win or go home. So they were really well prepared.
Reggae Rovers lost, of course, that classic with Newtown Pride last year.
This was the play.
Oh, was it knee to knee?
It's still down. A lot of concern right now.
Training staff is there. They're working what appears to be the upper body, the arm.
Oh, I hope they have a soft keeper.
Fernando Cortez, he's actually getting loose right now.
Yep. See him over there.
Extended injury here for Vera. He's going to get back up, and Cortez is going to be called upon.
Well, how much extra time is going to be added?
Cortez was the starter last year in the 3 games in the group stage for City Soccer.
This could be good for Drip FC. You obviously don't want to see an injury, but they have had time to think about this start and maybe get some pointers from the coach. But funny enough, they've not been over at the coach. They've been standing on the pitch where really they need to get together and talk about this start and how to get it on the right path again. hope the keeper's okay. Looks to be struggling.
So we wish Anderson Vera the best. Cortez is on. Also nice to see Steedman return.
Now in goal for City Soccer FC.
Took that rocket of a free kick off his head and now plays it forward. That same device returning to the field for Drip FC.
Okay, got to test it out nice and quickly.
Well, that's such a critical concern when you see an injury like that.
Here's the high press.
Referring to Steedman, that press from Drip FC. Sandy Jr.
What happens when you press and they get out the press? Often there's a chance on goal because you're committing so many bodies high. That's what a man we know called Wilfred Nancy, he calls it an open highway when you beat the press. That's Columbus Crew's head coach. There is a highway.
And for the acceleration, and that in a positive direction for City Soccer, it's a yellow card on the foul for Steedman and Drip FC.
There is the little pull. Yellow card worthy. Great ball.
Ochoa was the one on that. Now back into action. Astidas had the assist on the second goal. Rousing beginning for City Soccer. Thumped down low
Great
by
effort.
Shannon, and there is the keeper, Cortez, who has to bat it away.
That was a clever, clever attempt at goal there.
He's going for midfield. There's a tap in to put Drip FC on the board. A little messy in the back. Remember, the new keeper is in there. Agnew serves the ball across for what is now a 2-1 deficit.
After Agnew crosses it, is it Garcia that gets in for the tap in the area where goals are scored? Well, now we have a game. We did say that break was a bit too long, and maybe Drip FC can get their mind right and back in the game. And City Soccer, do they drop a little bit there? Starting goalkeeper's injured, and here come Drip.
Steedman coming again. Up the wing and rockets one into the stands. Those little shifts in momentum, the pendulum, and unfortunate for City Soccer. And also, while they're sure comfortable playing with a player like Cortez, he's warming up, he's getting just into the rhythm and flow, but they're coming right back. And McCarthy throws out the arms to make the save. Tapia.
Never want a break when you're flying and you're doing things and you're creating chances. Got to go. You never want a break to let the other team regroup. Right before halftime as well.
We only get a minute of added time, and Steedman looks to the referee and says, "That's it."
There should have been a lot more. The referee forgot about that injury.
Your halftime score.
Got to do better there.
Alves also discussing Vera still looks like he's in pain. Drip FC, though, at the end of that first half,
there's an inquest.
they get back in the game. How about the start, though, from City Soccer? Tolero. And then that slicing run coming out of the midfield to make it 2 from Ochoa. Goes Garcia. Has Drip on the board. Halftime in the round of 16. Halftime in Cary, North Carolina. Few spots remain for tonight's quarterfinals at the TST 2025. And here in the round of 16, City Soccer FC. Origins from outside of West Palm Beach, Florida. Lead 2-1. Sika and Sam, here are the pictures. What a start for City Soccer.
Look at all the movement and the running, and then a bit of technical ability from Tolero. Good finish from him. Look again, the movement, the little run from Ochoa, taking guys away. And there's the space for Tolero. That made it 1-0. Look at that serious celebration from him as well. And here's another one, route one. Look at this bit of skill. Ochoa. The timing of this couldn't have been any better. Just getting on to the end of it, and that was a really fast start for City Soccer. 2-0 up, and Drip did this to Wrexham the day before. Drip would get a goal later to make it 2-1.
Yeah, the big flip of the momentum was the injury to Anderson Vera, where we had 4 minutes without play. We didn't have 4 minutes of added time. Only got one of those, but a goal for Drip FC, a big one toward the end of the half from Fernando Garcia.
Huge goal.
So we got Sika and Sam and Sika, our fine crew from Field 2 in Cary. La Bombonera has made their way back to the quarterfinals, winning moments ago in target score time.
This energy's been better for Drip already. Beginning of the second half, wasn't there beginning of the first. At least you have another half to make up for it. Better start already. Not that time.
To squeeze through with the pass. Intended target, Hayden Criollo. It's a Carolina influence on the Drip FC roster. They're one of the youngest teams here.
Oh yeah, that's Hayden Criollo. I met him yesterday actually. He's a freestyler. Used to do it for Red Bulls back in the day when I used to play actually. Why are you laughing?
Oh, that's who he is. It's almost like, oh, I remember something that he posted on socials or something.
I met him yesterday, Hayden Criollo.
Did you give him any advice? Here's Alves.
Oh.
Still going.
Should have shot.
Yeah, he did, but a little too late. Right into Cortez.
Gave me some advice.
No, what did he say?
No, I don't think I can advise him much on anything. He's the one playing. He's getting his hands dirty and feet. So I think I have to listen to him.
There's only one other game right now in the round of 16 to be decided. Look up in the right corner of your screen. Cardinal Legacy, the Stanford alums, leading Nani FC going to target score time. Toward target score time.
Yep, 2 minutes left of that one.
So we got good games going on right now for the final two spots in the last 8. Tolero had some time with Miami United too. It's turned over. Agnew overran it. And now up ahead, McCarthy, the extremities, keeps out a third goal. What an immense play.
Classic TST football. Drip FC about to have a chance on goal. It's a bad flick. It goes the other way for a chance the other end, and a great save.
Ochoa was hunting down his second goal of the game. Tolero has the other.
I want to see Tolero on the ball more. He has some ability.
Agnew wanted 1v1. He was going right at Tomas Sierra.
Davey Alves, that's his favorite trick. Get in front of the body and just go down.
Some leverage. A Jogby. And his pass going infield for Sandy Jr. Titus Sandy Jr.
Oh, good goal.
That bounced like it was on a beach from the Sandman. Sandy Jr. ties the game at 2, 4 minutes after halftime.
It's the urgency. The ball goes out for a throw. It's brought in straight away. Urgency to get it back in. And Sandy, it's a really good finish. Yeah, they go get the ball quickly. And City Soccer, where are they? They're not as alive. And there's the finish, 2-2. Well deserved.
Tolero's down. Right at the byline, Ochoa said, I was open. Tolero said, I'm trying, but I couldn't control it fully. That's good defending, though.
Already back in the game.
John B goes down. Advantage given. Nicks the outside of the paint on that post. On the shot by Garcia. Drip FC with all the momentum now. They have come from 2 goals down, that horrendous beginning, which they laid on Wrexham, ironically, yesterday, but no worse for the wear. They go right into Garcia. Vukovic comes around.
How does it swap around like this? People at home are like, what is going on? The first half was so different. How does it change? The mentality just shifts. You try to protect a little bit, you get a little break. Drip FC have found their identity again. The tap is back on. You acting like they've dried up for good.
I never said that.
What is it that you said?
I'm glad you turned the faucet so we can continue here.
It's back on, but can City Soccer now get back into it and get back to their best selves?
Roger Canas carries it along to midfield. And played over the top. Sierra.
Loose one.
Comes back all the way to the keeper, Cortez. Now Sierra. Only loss for City Soccer was actually to Hoosier Army. Hoosier Army didn't even make the knockout rounds. That was the team that went all the way to the semis last year. Cortez shows you how tough it is year in and year out. Give up on the foul. Steedman is run over in the middle. That's a free kick now for Drip FC. Wanted to go quickly.
Ref, you got to let them take that again. He can't stand in front of the ball. Referee has to do better.
That thing was all over the place. Well, it's been a little wobbly. Didn't have the added minutes at the end of the first half, and then
it's that and this. I can't protect him there. If a guy's standing in front of the ball, you kick the ball, that guy gets a yellow card for standing right in front
exactly.
of him. He was like, play on. I'm sorry, referee, to dig you out.
Garcia toward the side of the stick. McCarthy had it covered. You see in the top right-hand corner of your screen, Nani has tied it, going to target score time.
Of course they have. Nani has tied it. Well, I'm sure it was even him.
He gave the people what they wanted last night.
Him and Ricardinho passing it back and forth, probably. That's going to happen in target score time again, him and Ricardinho.
All the way down to, that was 2v2, right?
It was 2v2.
Here's the takeaway from Osorno. They fetch it over across to the far side. City Soccer in orange. Drip FC in white. A couple of games, 2-2 for the final 2 spots in the quarters. Nani game a little further on in target score time. We still are coming to the midpoint of the second half here. Take away out of the traffic. A nice play by Sandy Jr., who does have the goal. Garcia, this little flared shot. Cortez, big save. Steedman slide rules it into the middle. Sandy Jr.'s a little tired. He's got his hands on his knees. Vukovic resets.
Can't blame him. He is some engine. He runs up and down Sandy Jr. all the time. He's just gone off for a breather. I'm sure he'll be back on. He's a big player for Drip FC.
Of high character. His coaches speak about him, not only his excellent skills. Went to Clemson. He's from Charlotte, North Carolina. Some time with Orlando City in the youth system.
Oh, he's the captain.
He's the captain today. It's almost like a parrot was there. Yes, I just repeated what you said, but he's repeated his goal-scoring touch. He's got one in each game now, the last 2 in the knockout rounds.
I mean, if you can run and get up and down, you're halfway there. If you've got a bit of technical ability to add to that, you're definitely going to be an asset in TST, and that's why I'm not playing in the tournament, because I can't run up and down.
No. Maybe one time up the field.
And I haven't got technical ability either.
No one ever said that. I never said that. Are you accusing me of saying that?
Because I'm next to you, I'm guessing that you're going to say
No, I
that.
never have. I've always complimented your play. I thought you were a really good player. Drip FC
I appreciate it.
is down. As you start the stopwatch here.
Is that Soccer Dave? So that curly hair. You can't miss that curly hair.
Got a lot of followers out there on the socials. Dave Balliet. He scored last year for Borussia Dortmund in the competition. He was playing for BBB Dortmund. like our friend and colleague Michael Lahoud.
That's right. Still envious.
Putting pressure on you to
he can get up and down,
commentate and play. He's not doing as much running in that midfield.
I'm looking for a playing contract.
Cortez is down here. He was fouled on the pressure coming from Drip FC.
That's quite important because he is the sub goalkeeper.
Vera was already off injured.
He needs to get up for his team's sake.
Oh, on the follow through.
Yeah, I think he
still down. Wow. Cortez mentioned in the first half he started all 3 games for City Soccer last year in the group stage. They went out in 3 games. And this is concerning.
This is concerning.
Look at that, the arm sleeve for Vera, whose day is done. So you're looking at potentially kind of what we see in TST, where target score time with the bib and a field player taking the net.
To show the goalkeeper there. I was wondering how the original goalkeeper was recovering. He's not coming back on with that sling. And here's the other goalkeeper. So, yeah, it's going to be that Mijatovic sort of role that we talk about. A guy with a bib if he can't go.
Now, seeing that injury, now Anderson Vera is walking off or walking away from the bench. Just does not look pleasant.
That is a nightmare. 2 of your keepers in the same game get injured. What might have happened is him opening up his medial ligament. That's what it looked like. That wasn't a bad challenge at all by the attacker, but the follow-through went into the attacker and likely opened up that knee. What I would be doing now if I'm both teams is getting into the ears of the players and talking tactics, talking about this last 10 minutes. I might tell the referee, hey, you got to add this time on at the end because this is another stoppage.
We had about 3 or 4 minutes in the first half, and now we're pushing at least a 4th minute here. Fernando Cortez, the goalkeeper, is down on a clearance out of his own area, following through. Was that Garcia who was right in his way?
I believe it was Garcia, number 9. No fault from Garcia. Garcia was actually kicked.
Cortez is standing up. But can he put any weight on it? Can he even kick a ball?
They need him.
That remains to be seen. Some encouragement right now from his teammates in Sierra and Canas.
And when my girlfriend knows I need her, sometimes she milks it a little bit more to, you know, I hope that's not what's going on here. Very different situation.
That's the other headline here, the 2 shout-outs for the girlfriend during this game.
The girlfriend I do not have.
She's going to be really excited. Well done by you. Vukovic back underway, and kudos to Cortez, who's continuing on here.
He is needed. He has to keep going and give what he can.
So 2-2. 4 more minutes go down after some of the injury. We're already there in minute 34. A 2-0 blistering start from City Soccer, and then Drip.
Let's see Cortez. He looks all right.
A slow Drip to get back in the game. Late in the first half, early here in the second. Oh, that's a miss on the clearance, and a bigger miss wide. Right there, Sierra wants it back.
These stoppages, the game is on a knife edge though. It could go either way. 2-2, some say Desmond 2-2. And there it goes wide of the post. Game's on the knife edge. It could really go either way.
Some say Desmond 2-2. You say Desmond 2-2.
I do say Desmond 2-2. You have to take the opportunity when you get the scoreline.
Would you like to explain that to the audience if they're not familiar?
Well, if you know Desmond 2-2, right? South African legend. The And the score's 2-2. That's it.
That's it. It's basic.
Sometimes we don't even say the full name. We just say
If you want to get really inside, you just say Desmond.
Desmond.
Yes.
Okay.
Now that they know.
We'll have some fun with it, right?
Absolutely. This is what we're here for, having fun at the soccer tournament. But things are getting intense. We're getting closer. The $1 million match is on Monday.
Did you see that follow through to Steedman's? Is that Steedman? His head.
Salopek.
Oh, Salopek. Okay, thank God it's not Steedman.
He had one of the goals. Yeah, Steedman's been in the wars so far in this game. Considerable second half stoppage time you would think we'd get after another injury of length. Got 5 minutes here in regulation. Alves throw his body into a challenge again, looking for a call.
No, he didn't go down this time. There'll be another one before the kicking's over. He is a good player though on the ball. He's a little bit devilish.
Good description.
I was almost going to say and then I stopped.
Gallego. Gallego, the number 10 in orange for City Soccer. Oh, he lost possession. But that's a good triangle around. You're in the research triangle area of North Carolina.
If I was on the pitch, I'd be preaching concentration right now. Tired minds, tired legs out there.
O'Neal upfield. And the turn and the critical block. Helping out his goalkeeper, Cortez. There's some nice defensive acumen in there from Jeff Mashad.
Yeah, I really like this defensive play here.
The corner, they're ready again, and it's headed by Ajagbe.
Yeah, I'd be preaching concentration right now. This is when you need it. The sun has gone in, though, for a second. I'd like to play when it's like this.
Cloud cover on a hot, humid day again in Cary. And some thunderstorms peppered through overnight. Get those saturated fields. There's the real feel.
Just seen something. There's two Desmonds on the screen, top left and top right. Nani FC is Desmond Tutu as well.
Corner over hit. City Soccer staying on it. Gallego, a stumble. There was no foul given. And a goal kick in the end for McCarthy and Drip FC.
Why is everyone stopped like that? Concentration is needed. End of this game is really important.
Push to the finish line before target score time. Taking his eye off the ball was Roger Canas. He was open on the other side for a moment. .35-year-old Colombian played with Medellin Canas, also in Ukraine. Lots of experience. He was playing pretty recently, even in Cyprus. Roger Canas. One of the defenders right now for City Soccer, Alves. There he uses the fulcrum on Ochoa and is called for the foul. Ochoa active early, active often in this game. He does have one of the two goals.
I like Ochoa's runs, those late runs. Those runs will be important in target score time when those spaces open up, because no one wants to run back with him.
Former Oakland Roots player.
Sun's back out.
That means Lloyd Sam's not going to run.
I'm not running even when it's behind a cloud.
Rafi, that long ball out of the back for the former Dutch World Cup veteran. Jogby, Alves. He was trying to tuck in his hand like he didn't touch it, and then City Soccer saying, yes, you did. He's like, maybe if I hold it in, then he wouldn't have recognized it. He touched it.
I said devilish, right?
Cortez. Long hit downfield. Things intensifying, but maybe the pace right now, too, the injury, it's kind of thrown into a little stop-start and murkiness to the game.
Those two long stoppages. Oh, we're about to find out how long the stoppage time is.
What are we going to get? Should have had about 4 minutes in the first half, only got about 1. Alves breaks open upfield, rough and tumble, a win of the ball by Quintero.
That was fair. Look at these two fighting each other on the same team.
Tolero says, I want to win it, or at least send us the target score time with a lead.
I don't think either team will be too bothered, though, if there's not too much stoppage time, because now they're tired. Drip FC were obviously unhappy, chasing the game and behind at the time.
Into added time in the second half.
Exactly.
Sandy Jr. Stymied. Well, there's your answer. What we got.
Look, the coaches are coming back to say the same thing. How can you make the same error twice when the coaches are telling you?
I don't think it's an edict in the rule book. We've seen 1 to 2 added minutes before in the second half, but more target score time prevalent right now. The next one is 3, and it's a winner between Drip FC and City Soccer coming up. Everyone's favorite moment of this event, target score time. Need a winning goal. It's 2-2, so the first 1 to 3 is on to the quarterfinals. A player comes off every 3 minutes. We've seen a game where we've been halted a lot of that second half almost every 3 minutes with some injuries. Goalkeepers going down once and then twice for City Soccer. They got off to a 2-0 lead within the first 4 minutes. And then a goal on each side of halftime coming for Drip FC. So we go 7v7 to start. They're 5v5 right now, and now 4v4. And the other game in the round of 16, you can see at the top right-hand corner of your screen, Nani and Cardinal Legacy.
I know what's going to happen in that game. Ricardinho and Nani. I might have to put it on a little screen next to me to see what's going on.
You can do that.
I can do that, right? That wouldn't be too unprofessional. Or would it?
We love absorbing all the games in this competition, including the ones we're calling. And off we go in target score time. Sika and Sam and our wonderful crew here on Field 2 and Cary. Last games here of the round of 16 for the men.
Sika and Sam, Sam and Sika.
I did say that in the second.
Yeah, I know. No, it's your the way you're doing
They
it.
get the point by now.
I think so.
Cortez. Credit to him for staying on and fighting through that ailment. He swung and kicked right into the leg of Garcia, who's coming at him now. Cortez up the field. Vera hurt his arm back in that first half. Like a little bit of the spice, though, to start here. City Soccer coming out, Lloyd, going for the gusto.
It's quite a precarious position. You know that you want to score a goal to win it, but you don't want to leave space on the other end. Often one team has a couple goals to give, but these are tough ones to approach. I wouldn't even know what to advise.
Here's the hero from last night, Fidan Gassi. Amazing little run that led to a winner. And a 3-goal comeback to win 4-3 against the Mississauga Dolphins. City Soccer's second year in the tournament in the knockout rounds for the very first time. Drip FC in their debut in the competition. There was possession in the defensive half and a run into the penalty area from City Soccer, so Drip FC had possession. They still have it. Vukovic, Alexander Vukovic. Long thump out of play. Look at you with our broadcast entertainment center up here, keeping an eye on both these final two games.
Yeah, I should be keeping more of an eye on this one.
Well, we will. Alves wins it, leads it. Sorno dispossession. City Soccer upfield. Bastidas.
All the Drip FC bodies.
They careen into the middle and now push it wide. Oh, Agnew. Garcia got through. He's brought down.
Dogso.
You're on it, Lloyd. It's a red card. They deny the goal-scoring opportunity to save any hope and a chance at advancing. Garcia was in with the game on his boots.
Now watch Alves. I think Alves leaves this ball on purpose. Not sure, but if he did, great little dummy from him. And I don't think the tackle needed to happen. I think the keeper was going to get there just in time, but he didn't know that. And that changes the game immensely. Nani FC has also just scored as well.
And the namesake has scored, Nani FC, to send them into the quarterfinals.
3 minutes down.
Oh, he's got 2 golden fleeces as well.
2 in a row in short succession. Meanwhile, here, the game you were watching, City Soccer and Drip FC 2-2. It's interesting because City Soccer players were calling for a dive there from Garcia, but there was definitely a tug from Bastidas, who had a hot little challenge early on in the game. He's beside himself. Can't believe it.
Let's remember that this is for $1 million and you're in the round of 16. That is a big blow for him. But it's not over yet.
So we pulled a player off from each team, but with one subtracted from City Soccer, it's 6v5. 4 minutes expanded into target score time. You've got Vukovic, you've got Alves here. And that's a reminder to you, we're looking at the score bug. It is 6v5, not 6v6. Vukovic, the heavy shot! Came off a couple of personnel for City Soccer.
We've seen that left foot from Vukovic before, scoring against Wrexham. He puts a lot behind it. It's good positioning from the goalkeeper. He has made a full recovery.
Really commendable job by Cortez. Vukovic, Alves. 6v5, Drip FC, their inaugural competition. A lot of local presence around here in the Carolinas on the cusp of the quarterfinals.
Can they make this extra man count?
Jake Shannon, Vukovic. Tolentino is out there.
I would stand someone in Drip FC right in between those 4 orange shirts. There's someone getting in there now, maybe. just to give them something else to worry about.
Breaking down the zone defense in basketball.
Exactly.
Stick someone in the middle.
All the principles are the same, sport to sport.
Jogby was hoping to box out right on Jeff Mashad.
Oh, they dragged out the 4.
Tolentino.
Vukovic, I fancy a left foot shot from you here.
Vukovic
Can't hit them.
standing at the top. Jake Shannon. Vukovic, a Jogby. Tolentino,
Ball in his
Alves.
goalkeeper forward.
Now they bring on McCarthy up into the fray.
McCarthy, the goalkeeper's thinking, you have an extra man already. You want me to come as well? It's 5v4 on the outfield there.
They're looking like they're out of ideas at the moment. 6v5.
Get the spacing right. Spacing hasn't been so good yet.
But the margin for error, remember, is small. It's 2-2. They don't have any cushion, even they're up a man, to give away a goal or make a mistake.
The right tactic, sadly, I don't even want to say this, is to let the numbers come down to 3v2, and then it's going to be a lot easier. So you take your time, and it's going to get easier with more space every 3 minutes. We don't want to encourage Newtown Pride tactics.
But it's been chapter and verse for a lot of teams. Cutting across, Shannon. There's nothing wrong in saying that.
Got to be honest, 4 guys to defend is difficult to break down, as we're seeing.
Some tough defense, but a spill that goes right to Tolentino.
Got to get that ball to Alves now. Here he is.
Alves has it.
That's
Alves
it.
across. There's Shannon. He's
penalty.
tripped. They did not call a penalty. Cortez made contact, and then it's launched 3/4 of the field by City Soccer.
I can't wait to see this again. I thought this is definitely a penalty. He gets the touch, and he's brought down.
Wow.
Referee.
That's a miss.
It's got to be a penalty there.
And if it's a dive, shouldn't he be given a yellow for simulation?
I've been on the referee's back a little bit. I wanted to get off of it, but that is a penalty for me. So this is the last round of 16 game.
This is it. The last spot for the quarterfinals.
FFC a man up. Red card for Dogso for City Soccer. Denial of a goal scoring opportunity.
Approaching the point where we're going to get down to 5v4.
I guess they're waiting for a stoppage, but sometimes you see them stop it in the middle if nothing's happening.
It's been done in the past.
Nothing bad to see from the referee.
Sandy Jr., a Jogby. Alves. Alves' shot trickles over off a deflection, so it's a corner. So now you have the stoppage.
Another 3 minutes down, still trying.
We were saying Nani had won the other game against Cardinal Legacy. Here is that Golden Fleece victory.
You know you're going to have Ricardinho on there. Nani comes and steps onto this one. Another win. I love that we're able to see that and then get back to our game. I like what we're doing at TST. Thank you, producer.
Who's the best of the business here down in Cary this week? All the coverage of the men's and women's competition.
Okay, so now there's 3 guys to defend this. Gotta say, City Soccer have covered it really well.
It's a 5v4 situation now. The red card came here in target score time. Denial of a goal scoring opportunity, Fabian Bastidas.
And what's great is all the other fans from the other games have just come around this one. Getting a good atmosphere for the end of this game.
Who's taking the last place in the quarterfinals? All on the line right now in a 2-2 game. Heart-stopping stuff. Alves, stick.
He had a guy standing next to the post that he could have passed it to. I thought he should have passed it. Look at the guy next to the post here. I think he's got to go to him. What's going on here? Promotion. 8 seconds.
That's a stall. They were calling for that. It was stagnant. You have to play a progressive pass before 8 seconds. Can't sit on the ball, but they were waiting on the substitution pattern, trying to bring on a goalkeeper who could move with the bib, and they messed up the rotation.
That is quite tough. I can imagine the difficulty there. You almost need a person that is not involved in the coaching to come up with that change so that the head coach can coach.
It's like an audible. The winner of this game will play bumpy pitch in the quarterfinals. The last spot in the remaining 8, $1 million on the line come Monday night. The men's tournament, the 3rd edition. 2 former champions in 23 and 24. They are in the quarterfinals. La Bombonera and Newtown Pride. Alves, Jogby, Sandy Jr., Alves. 2 goals over the last 2 games, Sandy Jr. Alves.
That's a poor ball.
Low for Shannon. Cortez comes up to grab it.
Poor ball from Alves. Oh, he's throwing it to a guy getting sub.
A long bowl out, but he comes right on.
Oh, yes.
What timing, Quintero.
Anything but an 8-second violation.
It's like a shallow cross from the receiver. He anticipated he was going to turn in for that ball, Lloyd. Wow, what a remarkable moment there. But Cortez is coming off, and now they're going to keep the floating keeper, bring the floating keeper on.
Can it be said Cortez has made a full recovery from that injury earlier?
We would say so. Oh, the wardrobe malfunction here might cost City Soccer.
Don't go in front of your goal!
Alves! The water keeps running for Drip FC! Vinda going the wrong way while trying to put on the bib. A ridiculous ending for the final spot in the quarterfinals. He was the hero last night. And now would like to get swallowed up by the ground. Alves nicked it away to win it 3-2. Drip FC is in the last 8.
Wow. Anything but running in front of your own goal with no goalkeeper. You can't do that. You cannot do that. And this is when it started. He's putting a bib on, and that throws him off already. Good pressure to force him back, but just don't go in front of your own goal, whatever you do. He runs in front of the goal mouth, and Davy Alves scores with a tackle, and it goes into the back of the net. And they're through to the quarterfinal. Oh, my goodness.
TST Ngozi, such a great career. A wonderful tournament. Alves, kind of the excuse me touch, but he takes the Adidas Golden Fleece. These youngsters from Drip FC are heading to the last 8. 3-2. Heartbreaking ending for City Soccer.
Coming back from 2 goals down, Drip FC, a really good comeback there. Their last 2 games, they're going to be really confident going into the next. Have to start better than that. You can't go 2-0 down on a poor start, but really good way to end that game. That was entertainment at the end of that.
There's some emotion there from Alves. And a moment of reflection from the man from Belo Horizonte, Brazil.
Now he's praying. I called him devilish earlier. Now he's praying. Deserves that golden fleece, though. Big game.
Drip C wins it 3-2. Wow, what an ending. The TST never disappoints. Here in 2025, it continues.
Great to do it with you, Neil Seeker.
Let's keep it going, my man. 2 quarterfinals to go. Andrea Crawford, James Andrews led our great crew. We thank you for watching. City Soccer led 2-0 after 4 minutes. The next 3 belong to Drip FC in a wild, wild ending with 2 keepers injured, a red card. We'll see you for the quarterfinals tonight. For Lloyd Sam, I'm Neil Seeker. We say so long from Cary, North Carolina for now.
Cheerio.